I want to welcome you to week number 2 of this course. And in this video, I've explained a little bit more in detail some of the things that you are going to be doing with regard to the tracking worksheet. And in particular, where I've changed my mind with regard to what I want you to do and read or listen. And in the email that I sent along with this video, you've got the week 2 tracking worksheet. So please download that as it's a PDF, so you can download it and print it on out so you'll have it in front of you. With regard to the podcast, I have put a podcast in, and you're going to be getting one of these every morning. A different one will last about 5 or 6 minutes at the most, and the one I'm going to share with you in this particular video is the hidden value of referrals. I hope that you will take about 5 minutes, I think it's 5.5 minutes, and listen to it because it's got some really good information about referrals, and it also talks about what you should be putting on your outgoing voicemail. So I want to make this short, so I'll get right into it. Please listen to the rest of the video, and if you have any questions, as always, please feel free to give me a call. So, really, as I said, dig down into items 6 and 7, but I don't want you to forget to do the other daily action items 1 through 5. So make sure you're doing those, check them off as you get them done. But I want to talk about those two, reconnecting with past clients and also connecting with your present clients. The first part, reconnecting with past clients, and I left that number blank obviously because I didn't know how many past clients you have, but I wanted you to take at least the top 15 that could be really good potential referral sources. And again, I'm not going to limit you. If you feel like you can do more, that's fine. I just wanted to set some number to give you a goal to work towards. And what I would suggest that you do is break that down into, we've got 5 days to do 15. So that basically breaks down to 3 a day. Now, let me say a couple of things, and I'll come back to that. Um, I want you to reconnect with these past clients. And the reason I want you to do that is because I've mentioned, I think, and some of you heard me speak about this, that when a client walks out your door, they may love you, they may think you're the greatest attorney in the world, and they get out and life happens, they forget all about you. It may take a month, it may take 2 months. Yeah, it may be a week. I don't know. It varies between the clients and what they've got going in their lives and another many other things. But I want you to start being cognizant of the fact that you need to stay top of the mind with your clients. And you're going to hear me say top of the mind quite a bit. If you stay on the following 5 weeks, you're going to hear me say top of the mind an awful lot. But here's the thing: once you have developed that relationship with those clients, you don't want to let it go. Why do you want to go out looking for new clients when you got clients out there that already know, like, trust you? And there we go. Okay, so there we start. So here's what I want you to think about doing. I want you to send a note card, and it doesn't have to be fancy. I asked you over the weekend to pick up some note cards, some stamps. One of the biggest problems I find with people sending cards or sending something in the mail is, number one, they don't have anything to send. They can't find it, and that's true. Think about it. And so you go to write a note and you don't have anything. So I hope you got some over the weekend. If you didn't, please go ahead and pick up some. Also, I asked you to go to the post office and pick up some stamps, commemorative stamps, not just the normal everyday stamp, but a commemorative stamp. Okay, now a lot of attorneys have said, Jim, I got the worst handwriting in the world. Well, so does every lawyer. We all get taught how to write messy in law school, just like the doctors do. But here's the thing: it doesn't matter what you um, say, whether you can read it or not. It doesn't matter, and it's there. It's something that they don't get. They see it from you. That type of thing. So don't worry about it. I mean, have you ever worried about something from someone and you had a hard time really uh, understanding what they were trying to say. Now, I'm not talking about something that's very important, but just a thank you note or something of that nature. And it really didn't matter exactly what the words were. And here's the other thing, okay? It doesn't matter what the words are, okay? Now, here's what I want you to be thinking of. There's a couple of things that you can say. I want you to sit down and think of some of the things that you can say. You might want to take a notepad and write some things. Now, if it's a very general situation with a client, it could be as simple as, "Hi, John, we haven't spoken in a couple of months, and I was just wondering how you're doing, and I hope everything's going well." Simple. Sign your name, or just sign your first name if he knows who you are. Hopefully, he will, or she will. So that's the generic way of doing it. Okay, and you can come up with ways to do this. Now, one of the reasons that I talked a little bit before, and I'll be sending this along to you, is the client intake sheet. Because now, if you're going to send something to a former client, you can look at that intake sheet and go, you know what? John's got a birthday coming up in a couple of weeks, or he's got an anniversary coming up. Something that you can write a nice note. "Hey, John, I was noticing your birthday is coming up, and just wanted to wish you a happy birthday." Now, you don't have to send a formal birthday card, okay, because you're just recognizing the birthday. Or he may have a son or a daughter that's, maybe scored the winning touchdown in a big football game, or scored a winning soccer goal, things of that nature. Congratulatory. "Hey, I saw that your son Bill, ran 95 yards back to score the winning touchdown against so and so." That type of thing. You can think about what you want to say, and then just go ahead and say it. Write out. If you're a little concerned about what you're writing, write it out on a notepad to see how it looks to you. Then change it. Do whatever, but start writing. Now, here's a suggestion. If you have like writer's cramp and you really can't get going, I would just go ahead and address all the envelopes. Tonight, or sometime during the day, Tuesday, address all the envelopes. Or if you want to start by sending 3 and 3 and 3, that's fine. But my suggestion is think about who you're going to send them to, what you're going to say, and that's basically Tuesday's uh, job, is to do that. But if you find that, you can just rattle them off. Some attorneys can just pop them right out. Other attorneys have writer's block. But as simple as you can. So just start. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Just start. It doesn't matter what you say. You're letting that person know that you really care about them. And if you're having trouble coming up with something to say, shoot me an email. My problem, basically, and I'm going to talk about this with reconnecting with or connecting with your current clients, is I don't know you. When we get into a session where I do a regular program where I have people on this 5-week program, I get to know them. I get to know what type of clients, what type of business they're, or what kind of practice they have. So I have some idea, but I'm kind of going at this blind. So if you are having a problem coming up with something to write, shoot me an email, and I will be glad to try to help you out there. Now, here's the other thing: connecting with your current clients. Now, you've listed 15 current clients that I hope will be in your mind, which will be potential, and I call them referral ambassadors. And we're going to talk about the referral ambassador concept later on. But these are the folks that can go out and tell the world how great you were. So you want to make sure that you stay in contact with these clients. Now, some clients you see every day, or not every day, but maybe once a month or whatever, once a week. And then other clients, say it's a personal injury case or other litigation, you may not see that client or talk to that client for, a couple months on end. That client may be in the category, if you will, of the, a past client. So say you have a litigation going, or you have a personal injury case going, and you don't have to send that. There's nothing, no pleadings, nothing of that to send to the client, but you haven't really talked to the client in a month, and you can just send them a note card saying, "Hey, John, just wanted to let you know we're thinking of you, and we're working on your case, and as soon as something develops, you'll know it right away." Just something like that. Now, here's the other thing. when in the program that I have people on, the 5 week program, I get to know what their client base is. And we talk about how to bring their client base, if you will, into being referral ambassadors. And it makes it much easier when I know what their client base is. And like I've said just a little while ago, I don't know your client base. I don't know what you can say to these folks. You know them a lot better than I do, but I know that you're smart lawyers. You can come up with something. And again, if you feel that you need some help, shoot me an email, and I'll try to help you the best I can. Now, I want you to do again, like I said, the minimum, or not the minimum, but the good number is 15. So if you do 15, which is 3, 3, and 3, and doing the same way that I mentioned, doing it with reconnecting with clients that you haven't, past clients. These are current clients, but they might be past clients. But and maybe, and we'll talk about this. Connect with your clients listed. It might be that you really like a client. Strange as that may be, sometimes we really do like some of our clients. Call the client up. You haven't seen them in a month or two because the matter's ongoing. Hey John, just was just thinking of you the other day, and you want to go have lunch? Just anything to get you back into their thinking about you, because the current client, when I say current client, it could be a client that, like I said, you don't see every day. So, or when I say every day, I'm talking about once a week or once a month or that type of thing. So you don't really, they're almost past clients in some regard. So you've got to reconnect with them, because once they go out the door, oh yeah, they're still thinking of you and their case they've got with you, but they're still not really thinking of you in terms of referring you, if you will. So that's what we're going to be working on. So just start this process again. It's one of those things. You've got to start it. Once you start it, it starts to come a little bit easier and a little bit easier. One other quick thing: if you haven't added to your voicemail, the the by the way, if you were referred, please let me know who referred me or referred you so that I might thank them. If you haven't added that, please do it right away. I don't know why. I've been preaching that, and every once in a while, at random, I'll go ahead and call a lawyer just to see how their phone is answered. And some of you have started putting it on there, but there's still folks that it doesn't take but about 3 minutes to do. So please do that. So again, if you have questions, shoot me an email. I will try to as best I can help you with this. And we've got a whole week to go. So I'm going to be traveling tomorrow, Tuesday, to New York. So I probably won't get to you until Wednesday. But if you have any questions as you start this, shoot them to me. And if I get a chance, I'll answer them. But I promise you, I will answer them no later than Wednesday. I know I've given you a lot to think about, but the one thing that I really want to impress upon you is just start. Once you start, things will start to happen. And if you don't start, I can guarantee you this: nothing will happen. So just start in again slow, write the envelopes, uh, maybe send 3 cards, but then send 3 more. Or, if you want, write the envelopes, send 4, send 5, whatever you feel comfortable doing. But it gets much easier as you go along. And we're not just going to do this, or you're not just going to do this in this program, this 5 weeks. This is something you're going to do for the rest of your practice. You're going to stay in constant contact with your clients, but this is to get you into that process of thinking about doing that, so that you will be, it'll become a habit, and you automatically be doing it. So again, one other quick thing: I hope you will listen to the podcast if you haven't already done so. And I will be talking to you probably not tomorrow, but probably Wednesday morning.